building and strengthening business relationships between Nigeria and South Africa is certainly the theme for today out at the Killarney Country Club, of course, for those Nigeria-South Africa business meetings. And to give us a little bit more detail around that, we are now joined by Chiwatalu Obikwelu, who is the Group Executive for Corporate Affairs at Access Bank South Africa. Thank you so much for talking to us. Now, various conversations that have been taking place for today around really how we can rebuild those relationships between South Africa and Nigeria. As a Pan-African bank, talk us through why that is important.
Well, thank you. As you well know, South Africa and Nigeria are the two largest economies in Africa, and it's important that trade and businesses between those two locations are encouraged, and that's actually part of what we're trying to build. Today, Access Bank is in 12 African countries, and part of our aspiration is to be the gateway to Africa for finance. So when you think finance, when you think Africa, you think Access Bank, and that's part of what we've tried to achieve with our footprint across Africa. And I mean, you can't say you're the gateway to Africa if you're not in Southern Africa, if you're not in South Africa. So yes, for us, it's about empowering Africans in business-wise to grow their businesses wherever they may be, both in Africa and outside of Africa.
And obviously access to finance is really a big theme when it comes to growing African businesses, because it usually opens up access to markets as well. Talk us through maybe where Access Bank is focusing on, or specifically Access Bank South Africa, when it comes to really supporting businesses on the continent to be able to scale. Are there any specific sectors that you're looking into?
So for us within Access Bank, we try to empower the underserved, right, in business. Today, Access Bank has over 58 million customers, right, and this is part of what gives us the retail footprint to offer financial services. We try to support women in business. We try to support the SMEs, right, and that's along our retail and SME businesses. We also do business and commercial banking, and these are all part of what we do to encourage economies within Africa.